what's wrong? Why aren't you playing? Oh, good. I was worried for a second it didn't save.
Oh, yeah. JPV, or JP versus the world, that's what I will say is that they share stylistic elements. They are, but you have to concede that they are similar.
Here's the thing.
They are similar.
Should Batman and Spider-Man music be sharing stylistic aspects?
They're both orphans? Well, if you're gonna ask me what theme is more appropriate for what hero, I think it's it's more like iconic music aside. That theme is probably more appropriate for Spider-Man because it's a little more playful.
But it's also kind of gothic and soulful.
Well, see, I guess like that's where like the meat of the difference comes in, is because like that theme is so predominant in Batman's, like the gothic elements really come to the front, where because those elements are in the background of the Spider-Man ones, it makes a little more sense.
I want that thing. I want the things, Jack.
Huh? Then get it. If you want the thing, then do it.
I can't get. Oh wait, you know what? I think I know how to get the thing.
How about you quit being a scrub and get it?
How?
Wow. Wow. Let's see here. Kamaxian120 says, "Hey guys, just wanted to say, hey, just got Friday the 13th, and I love it.
Yeah.
But it is very glitchy."
Yeah.
That is.
Our review was honest.
Literally, that was 45 minutes of us talking. Is all the thing. Let's play sometimes. Cool. Okay. Well, Kamaxian, yeah, you know our Steam friend list is usually pretty full, but we'll see if we can get you in there. Jack, please play more. I will try. That is the game that I want to play. That is the game that I want to play. Oh, Rich, wait.
What?
Wait, what's going on this thing?
What needs to be done? What needs to be done?
Okay. Alt tab me over there.
You can. It's like borderless window. You can just move over. At least I've been able to.
Oh yeah. Okay. You turned the desktop audio.
I turned it back down though.
Maybe not as far down as it was.
Okay.
There we go. There you go. Okay. Friday the 13th review is 20 minutes of Jason kills. There was a lot. Well, because that's a cool part of the game in the movies. Way better. Okay, great. I pay attention to you guys in chat when you tell me stuff. Let's see here. Where was I? Did you just call me Blob? Says, hey guys, cock-a-doodle-doo. Anyone who has seen the fantastic new Best of the Worst will know what that means. You should pitch the Stalin Ape Plan as the basis of the next Planet of the Apes reboot. Absolutely.
The Stalin Ape Plan is an actual thing.
What is the Stalin Ape Plan?
He wanted to breed a woman with a chimpanzee to create a hybrid man-monkey army. What? He tried to crossbreed chimps or some kind of ape and humans.
This is a real thing.
This is a real thing, supposedly.
That's incredible. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Or brilliant. That's Stalin, Jack. He was thinking outside the box.
Points for creativity, I guess? Come on. James!
Like, the man just fended off a fucking Nazi invasion. He had shit in his plate.
And then he comes to the pitch meeting and all he's got is monkey men? Like, I don't know.
Monkey man is awesome! Stronger than a human, not quite as bright. Can hold a gun, point, and shoot. Works for bananas.
Ay, ay, ay. James Id, friend James Id says, hey guys, I just jumped online. Did you notice that Jack laughs twice in the streaming audio in the intro of the game? I edited... Is that true? Whoopsie.
Jack!
What?
How could you?
The intro of the game we didn't edit together. We gave that to Ed. There were some bits.
I see what to do.
There were some bits that I edited, like
I know what to do though.
Okay. All of the cutscenes we edited together, but the intro bit where Ash is playing the video game.
Well, the audio for the cutscene specifically.
Yeah, the audio for the cutscene, it was a little nebulous and it was a little freeform, and so I just gave all of that audio over to Edmund to edit. So that's on him. That's I'm throwing him right under the bus, is I guess what I'm saying.
Yes!
Nice jump. But now I want to replay the intro just to hear me laugh.
Fuck it.
Let's see here. I edited that out of the trailer, but it popped back into the game. Oh, well, there you go. Pass the buck? Absolutely, I'll pass the buck.
Ooh. Hey, we recorded that specifically for the intro, for the trailer.
Yep.
And if it worked in the trailer, we did our job. No, what am I doing? I know how to do this, and I did it wrong.
Yeah, you already got that one.
I came back because I had to go around to get a tumor
Oh, yeah.
to collect all the things.
Great. Great. Well, James, thanks for getting that out of the trailer. We appreciate that. All right, where were we? Anonymous says, hey guys, great night for new game. Rich Evans.
Yes, that is my name. You've gotten that correct, sir.
So the real? On all our brains.
So the real on all of our brains. I'm with you so far.
So I'm just reading because it's a little off kilter. The real question on all our brain is, what does Jack in the Whack Pack think of this? I must profess this talk acting is real A+. Is the game plant former?
I'm going to assume English is your 7th language.
Yeah.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. I have no idea what you're asking. I think they want to know what you think of this because you're the Meat Boy guy.
I'm the Meat Boy guy. I know, and I like this. It's very different than Meat Boy though. Is what, and by different I mean a fuck ton more hard. I've been enjoying it. You might be asking of what I thought about Rich Evans's voice acting, which I was here to record. And
It's terrible, but I think that about everything I do.
Right. I was here to record, and I think it worked great. We got,
You know what I'll say the difference between this and Meat Boy is?
Yeah.
Meat Boy is definitely more reflexy, right?
Yes.
This is more puzzly.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
So how do I get over there?
Right.
How do I get to that tumor?
Yeah, Meat Boy is all Twitch.
Yeah.
Is go.
That's a pretty fundamental difference, I think.
Let your fingers be your guts and go with Meat Boy. This is. Let's actually look at the level for a little bit.
Maybe I can bounce off of that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh wow! You jumped right into that.
Because it was dumb.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. Dr. Smoke Tree says, hey guys, update on my legal battle. Lawyer is working on an offer, but I'll probably have to do 30 days in local jail, weekends, and a few years probation. Thanks for the distraction from reality. I think Dr. Smoketrees had a drug violation.
Yeah.
That's
We don't need to, you know, maybe they don't want that much out there. I don't know. What
no,
they're
they said that
comfortable
last time.
with. All right.
They said that.
All right.
And no offense to Dr. Smoketrees, but your name is Dr. Smoke Trees. So I don't want to like jump to a conclusion, but I think that's a. And I want to say last tip. They said that's what they said. Dr. Smoketrees said. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Like, you know, both Rich and I believe, agree wholeheartedly on the legalization.
Yeah.
Of that, and so that's a bum rap, man. That's a bum rap. I had a buddy once who had to do that whole like weekends in jail thing.
That's weird. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a very real thing, and it's kind of like a form of house arrest.
Yeah.
Where it's you got to come in and check in and spend your weekends here, but they do that so you know you can like still have a job and stuff. It's like half jail. Like yeah, he did something bad, but it's not that bad. So just like half jail. What do you think about half jail? Let's see. Your anonymous says, how much do I need to tip you guys to play GeoGuessr on stream?
$500.
Do we want to know what GeoGuessr is first?
It's probably a smart move. Oh God! Don't fuck up now! No! I fucked up now!
Let's explore the world. What is this? What is this?
I don't know! You can't say that while I'm doing something else and expect me to know what you're talking about.
Okay, so what happens is... Oh, man, not even close. What happens is you get a random Google Maps street view.
Yeah.
A completely random Google Maps street view. So, you know, you can look 360 degrees around you
Yeah.
at a location, and you have to guess where in the world it is. $500. I'll agree with Rich.
It doesn't seem like that would hold our interest for that long.
Nope. What I wanted to make sure before we agreed to play it is, like, it didn't, like, start you off at your location.
Oh.
You know. Leonad2144 has an important question that I would like an answer to. Rich, do you like anything about the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies?
I don't hate them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nowhere near in love with them. I don't know. The first half of the first one's fun.
Oh, all of the, like, discovering his power stuff? Sure. Sure.
And then I kind of check out. Tobey Maguire sucks. The music sucks. Sam Raimi's got a fine style. It's not Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. It's not what I think of.
You know, and I will defend the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. I think they're fine movies. I will say as soon as the Green Goblin gets in his outfit...
Yeah. It's over.
You know, it gets a little eye-rolly. They made... did you see, like, the prototype for... For like, the mask?
What did I do that for?
Like, the creature mask?
Yes.
That would have been awesome. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire still would have sucked, though.
Well, I think Toby did a fine job.
He's blah as hell.
He did the job he was supposed to do.
No, he didn't, because Spider-Man, like, has personality. He tells jokes. He's not golly gee shucks.
He was a golly
happy-go-lucky nerd.
That's the...
I'm a nerd. Did you know I'm a nerd?
He was. That's what he was playing. It was great. Let's see here. Crocodile Brain says, hey guys, have to be honest, I ended up returning Friday the 13th on PC as I was killed by expletive spewing fuckheads my very first run as Jason.
Yeah.
I think it's just more fun to watch you guys play. That's totally fair, Crocodile Brain. There's not a lot of variety. The user base kind of sucks, and it's glitchy as hell. There are many reasons not to like Friday the 13th, the game. Obviously, like, it works for Rich and I, and, you know. But it's totally understandable if it doesn't work for you. Totally understandable. Go, 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 go. Oh, nice. Nice.
I almost fell here, but
that's fine.
I wouldn't have cared.
Right. That's true. Like, Team Throw Lord says Andrew Garfield wasn't Peter Parker to me because he wasn't a nerd. Right.
Well,
Andrew Garfield was like the opposite end of the spectrum.
Tobey Maguire was a stock nerd.
Yeah.
He was a stereotypical nerd. He was, I don't know. And Andrew Garfield was just a mannequin.
With cool hair.
Tom Holland is an awkward, nerdy kid.
Tom Holland nails it.
Yes.
Tom Holland is great. No, I haven't seen any of Neil Blomkamp's new shorts. Have you seen any of those?
No.
They're on YouTube.
I haven't seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yeah. We've been streaming for 3 hours. Is this going to end up being a 6-hour stream? No.
3 hours?
Has it been that long? Ish. We've been streaming about 3 hours. Let's see here. Dildo not, or Dylan not Dylan says, Jack, since you like Silicon Valley and video editing, I think you'll enjoy the 90s rom-com parody trailer Sleepless in Silicon Valley that I cut. Where did you go? That I cut together last week, tweeting it at you now. Okay, I'll check it out. I will check that out. This time it's Lupus. Says, hey guys, no spoilers. Just watch the new Wheel episode, one of the funniest I have seen. Here's $20 to thank you for all the laughs you've given me and those to come. Yeah, the wheel came out right before we started streaming. Because, you know, because that's just going to be a running gag now. I'm more upset because, like, I wasn't there for that episode. And I just kind of want to see it. And now I have to wait, too. But Jesus. Yep.
Why did I jump there and not walk off the ledge?
No, like Epic Jason, I will 100% defend the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. I think they were, for the time, they were the best we had. And
they were the only you had.
Huh?
They were the only you had.
And they also set the bar for superhero movies.
Look, they're not nowhere near as bad as the Amazing Spider-Man films.
Oh, right. Okay,
those are garbage.
Right. And up until Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man 2 was the best example of the Spider-Man comics on film, as it dealt more with Peter Parker's personal life and, you know, like the struggle of being Spider-Man versus being Peter Parker. Then Spider-Man Homecoming came around and knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man 2, I think, is a fantastic movie. Even though there are some logic flaws vis-a-vis the whole losing his powers because he doesn't want to be Spider-Man of Spider-Man 2. But in any case.
I don't know. I made Doc Ock not a villain.
They made him.
He's actually a good guy. He can't help it.
They made him complex. They gave him a backstory. Wasn't that really nice to get to know your villain before he turned into a villain?
His motives for being evil are the accident happened. It's not my fault. There's something wrong with my brain. That's his motivation.
Yeah. Well, that's not really his motive. His motivation is the inhibitor unlocks his ego, right?
Okay.
He's a villain because he was right. My experiment would have worked. My experiment must have worked. All my calculations were correct. It was Spider-Man. And, you know, the arms unlocked that part of his brain. But, you know, he was an interesting villain because we knew who he was before he was a bad guy. The same could be said about Spider-Man Homecoming. Without giving away any spoilers, as we kind of understood the character.
Oh, I think I know what I need to do.
Is there a quick fall button? Is that what they're
Yeah.
saying? Ah. No, Dogboy, we're not doing Spider-Man spoilers yet. We will in just a little bit. We're just about hitting that point where we're ready for Spider-Man spoilers. But we're gonna get through a few more tips first, and then we will go full on Spider-Man Homecoming talk.
Nope.
Let's see, where are we? Cranehead Christ says, hey, here's some money, even though Rich doesn't need it, since he's getting those sweet the end is nigh royalty checks. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brown Adam Sandler says, as a brown jokester, I too appreciated The Big Sick. In that vein, is there any smaller movie that you're excited about? I'm excited to see Logan Lucky, Soderbergh's Redneck Ocean's 11 movie. That looked interesting. You know, and there's still a ton of smaller movies that I need to catch up on.
No, I fucked it up.
I'm trying to think. There's that Ghost Story one that's supposed to be interesting, with the guy like in the sheet. Oh, you can just break through that. Oh, I think you can talk to the other guy.
One of them will let me in probably by now, right? One of them was 30.
Yeah. One of them was like 30.
The first one we saw was 300, I think.
Right.
But that was number 4, though.
Go to the menu. Go to the map menu. Or wait.
I mean, may as well get through this.
Sure.
I'm right here. Right here. May as well.
A Ghost Story, and it's Casey Affleck. Oh, okay. I heard good thing about it. I heard good things about it. I don't, you know. I don't know anything.
Oh, fuck that.
What?
I got fucked.
By the way, is that a thing over there? Look on the other side of that where the bottom bullet hits.
Shit.
What is that thing? I don't even know if it is a thing. No, it's not a thing. Oh, there's a secret there, Rich. That's a breakable block. You have to get out. Secrets.
Oh my god.
Secrets.
This is insane.
Oh, there's nowhere to. You know, we're very lucky. We have 3 solid independent movie theaters in Milwaukee. We have the Oriental, the Avalon, and the the Downer. So we have 3 pretty solid independent movie theaters here in Milwaukee. None of them are too far away, so we get spoiled sometimes. We don't get all the independent movies, but we get enough. We get enough. But yeah, Big Sick.
This is not easy.
This does not look easy. Big Sick. You need 2 hours of just to get absorbed in someone else's life, you go watch The Big Sick. Can't recommend that enough. Why do I have to wait until December to play this on my Switch? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it would take that long. But...
I'm dying a lot.
I'm sorry. That's kind of the game. That was the big joke in my gameplay trailer, which is that you die.
Yeah, it was cute. I like that.
Yeah, that was the bit I thought of, and they seemed to like it too, because you know they let me make it. Uh-oh.
What? What?
Wait, so did you make it?
I should have.
Uh-oh. Do we got a glitch?
Something happened.
There you go.
I can't even deal with this, Jack.
I'm so sorry.
I can't even
I'm
deal
so
with
sorry.
this.
Listen, whenever you're done, we can stop and start talking about Spider-Man. Oh. Oh, good, a little warp area. Now you can go.
I can use a little warp area.
Yeah, we can see what we can see what happens if we give the big guy tumors.
Oh. No, we need 170. Oh.
No, the other guy. If you go to Arid Flats and head right, I think there's a big guy. I thought it was this way.
Oh,
yeah.
relatively simple.
Ra, remember? No, he's down, I think. Yeah, I think he's this way. I'm excited for Valerian. I don't know how many other people are, but I'm excited for it. Luc Besson, Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Valerian is going. I would not be surprised if Valerian bombed hard. Though apparently, I was reading an article about it. It was made for a shockingly small budget.
Yep.
Yeah. For all of these special effects and whatnot, a shockingly small budget. Nope.
Should have made it that first time. Should have.
There he is. That big glub. You reek of sadness. Please poke your head into the future.
What?
What?
Well, now what?
I have no idea. I love that they all follow you, though. That is the creepiest thing I've seen. There's got to be a... Oh, there. Now it fell. Did you see? The bouncy one falls, so you just got to hurry up. You see that?
Oh, so it's a speed thing.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for this.
I'm not ready for this.
I'm not ready for this.
Okay, no, that's fine. Nico Cola says, Jack, next time in LA, check out Daikokuya in Little Tokyo. The best bowl of ramen you ever had. It's at least an hour wait for a table, but there's tons of shops and sites while you wait. That's great. There's a new ramen place here in town that I was frankly rather disappointed with. So,
disappointing noodles?
Disappointing broth. You know, and like ramen, it's all that's it. Like the broth infuses everything, and I got like just the standard pork ramen, and the noodles were all right, and the pork was really good, but for some reason the broth was Oh! That was amazing, Rich.
Thank you, thank you.
The broth was ultra bland. So. Let's see here. Johnny Nihilist says, have you guys ever watched the Games Done Quick charity speedruns? I watched their latest for the first time this year. It was amazing watching SNES glitches, exploitation for Super Metroid and Zelda. Yeah, I watched.
Sometimes they're really fun if they require a lot of skill to get like. I've seen a Yoshi's Island playthrough where they weren't glitching much; they were just playing exceptionally good, bouncing those eggs like perfectly. And then I watched Dark Souls run where they just glitched themselves out of bound and ran past half the game.
Yep. Yeah.
One of these two things is much more interesting to watch than the other.
That was my problem. Like, I watched the Battletoads one. And I thought to myself, Battletoads, oh man, how do they fucking beat, like, level 3, you know? So, like, I wanted to watch that, but they just, there was, like, there's hidden warp zones that they got into.
Yeah.
And so then it was just like, oh, you just go past it all. Never mind, this isn't interesting at all.
But it depends on what game. They're not all like that.
Right. But I'm down for the ones that take skill and precision and all that fun jazz. Hey, Rich and Jack, will the RLM crew sign my own copy of The Room? I'll mail it if needed.
Get in touch with Red Letter Media Contact. That's a weird one.
That's a question for Mike and Jay. Contact@redlettermedia.com. That's a strange request.
Why would you want us to sign that? We never even talked about The Room.
That's true. And Tommy Wiseau, like, does live events all the time. So you should get...
I've got a copy signed by him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You should just go to one of his live events, or I'm sure he has a mail thing.
Yeah, there's no point doing the first part until I get some practice doing this, right?
Agreed. Any video games would be interested in seeing being adapted into a movie? I don't know. If I gotta choose, give me a Metroid movie. Give me a
Metroid game.
Or you know what? Even better, give me a Metroid movie and then a game based on the movie. You could double. But yeah, badass bounty hunter in space, lasers and dragons and all that fun stuff.
Okay. Got through there once. I'm sure the second time will be very easy.
You can do it, Rich.
No!
Oh my god, and you have to catch it on the way down. I'm so sorry. Here's how you make a Metroid movie work. I see some people saying a Metroid movie won't work. You have to make it in the style of Dread. Where, following the classic NES version of Metroid, Samus is a silent and badass bounty hunter for the entire movie, only to be revealed at the end to be a woman. A Metroid movie in the style of Dread.
can't even do this simple part anymore.
That's how you make a decent Metroid movie. Make it about the action. Make it about exploring. Maybe she's leading a team to...
Do you call it Metroid or you just call it Samus?
Ooh. Good. First of all...
You just take the character and then you're not limited to, in this base hunting all these wild animals.
Sure.
You can have characters then doing things.
Ooh, that's a good call, Rich. Samus. You know, she's leading... She's a bounty hunter, and she got hired to lead a team of scientists into the unknown to study these weird creatures, and, you know, lots of exploring, lots of tense action scenes. And then at the end, after she survives, maybe with someone like some of the scientists, she takes off her helmet and her blonde hair flows out. And the audience goes, yeah, we knew that already. It's an old franchise, but, you know.
That's neat.
It's still neat. Yeah, exactly.
Or it could be less, oh no, she's a woman, and more you never see her damn face until the end.
Right. That's how you make the Metroid movie. Earth scientists studying the Chozo. Exactly. And, you know, you get a big name actress. You get a big name actress for approximately 4 hours worth of work.
You just Samus, and she spends the movie just hunting down criminals, regular old criminals, and then the teaser after the end is just the scientist. I've discovered this thing. I will call it a Metroid.
So it's just her hunting.
It's just her.
Just her. So
you just get a science fiction action film on like an alien world with buildings.
And her hunting space pirates.
Yeah. She's just hunting down the pirates.
All right. That's a way to go too. It would have to be in like the caves though, right? Like,
does it? Give me a visually interesting setting, not just someone running around caves for 2 hours. Nobody gives a shit about the plot of Metroid.
I suppose it has to be. Then it could be both. I suppose. Maybe the pirates have a tunnel system underneath the cool futuristic city.
And showdowns in the ruins. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. I could be down with that too.
Is everyone telling me I'm nuts?
I'm sure they're telling us we're both nuts. Oh no, actually they're saying Samus versus Space Pirates would be great. Yeah, keep it really light on the dialogue.
No!
Oh! That was so close.
That's the hard part. Right in there, that little nubbin.
They're saying we both are nuts. Do you need to see her face though? No. We might maybe glimpses of it.
Look, I'm not the one who needs to see this as a movie, okay?
I'm just
throwing in my 2 cents if it's gonna be one.
If I gotta, that's what I'm saying. If I gotta choose one, I want a sci-fi space adventure. That's why I'm excited for Valerian and the Planet of the Thousand Planet Cities. Maybe, we see some of her face through the goggles, but no, you do the classic helmet reveal, right? That was such a story back in the day. Samus was a girl? So stay true. You stay true to that.
They could release a Uncharted movie, and everyone would be trying to play it on their PS4 all confused.
Wow, this game is great. I haven't had to touch the controller in 2 hours. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
I know I can do it.
You can do it.
I know I can do it. Take it easy. This is the easy part. Don't rush this. Don't rush this. Don't rush this. Not rush.
What does everyone think of Doomfist? I think he looks neat. I'm excited for another character. It's always just another excuse to kind of get into the game. I've been out of the loop because I've been playing so much Friday the 13th. And that's going to be my big question is like, do I want to play more Friday the 13th? Yes, I do. That's been scratching my multiplayer itch recently.
Oh, Doomfist, that's the Overwatch
It's
character?
a new Overwatch character, yeah. And he's interesting because he's a lot of punching, a lot of movement. But there's Friday the 13th. What do I need Overwatch for right now? Until that gets boring to me.
Hasn't happened yet.
Right? You still get that one game where you fucking nailed it. You get out, you escape, and you did some good work. You drove backwards circles around. Oh, Jason, and yeah. Let's see here. Crane Hand Christ says, do you guys have any opinion on James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd?
Not really.
I'm sorry, we do not.
I'm not against the man.
Nope. I've seen a couple of his things. I wasn't terribly into it.
Does he even do the shtick anymore?
I have no idea. I don't even know
or
if
is he just James Rolfe now?
I don't even know if he still makes videos. That is how little I know about James Rolfe.
Well, that was not easy.
You did it, Rich.
So what do we get?
I think you get Denial as the new one.
I'm not shocked. Got a head down. See what I need to do.
Now it's just, can you? Oh! Sweet Jeebus Crisp.
All the way back here, really?
Yeah, look, you have 0 lives. This is
hardcore.
This is the punishment one. Rolf also does movie reviews now and music reviews as well. Oh, well, great. Am I going to watch the Inhumans TV show? I will I'll watch at least the pilot begrudgingly. It looks awful. It looks cheap as all fuck. I am not looking forward to it. I'm not super hyped. A little hyped. They announced casting for Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl is going to be part of Freeform TV's New Mutants. Is that the show? New Mutants? And have you ever seen those AT&T commercials with the lady in them? She's Squirrel Girl.
I don't know what... Oh, the... Wait. No, I don't know what commercial you're talking about.
New Warriors. Thank you. New Warriors. They got the girl from the AT&T commercials. Everybody loved her. She's a very cute girl.
What AT&T commercials?
They're AT&T commercials, and this girl was in them, and
There've been AT&T commercials for many, many, many years.
She was the girl in the AT&T commercials. That's all I got, man.
Then you got nothing.
She has a great butt. She better have a great butt if she's gonna be Squirrel Girl. That is literally part of her shtick.
I can't do this now. Oh god.
That's all right.
All right, so we're gonna talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about.
Let's talk about Spider-Man. Okay.
That's Squirrel Girl.
I think I know who she is.
That's Squirrel Girl. Thank you for the picture of Squirrel Girl. That's Squirrel Girl. Oh, she's on Silicon Valley too. Exactly. Most people probably know her from the AT&T commercials.
Nope.
Never mind. Never mind.
I got caught on the thing, and I didn't want to fuck up.
Yep. Oh, you had to hit a switch.
Now what? Now what? Now what?
Jump up there, right?
How?
Like that. What?
I hit a spike.
That was a spike?
Yes.
Oh. What that? Is that more Squirrel Girl pictures? That's not her. That's just pornography. You're just sending me pornography. I mean,
Thank you.
I appreciate it, or dumbassness, but I don't think that's her. I don't think that was a picture of the same lady. But thank you for the pornography. But...
oh no!
What?
Going through there, reset.
The Switch?
The Switch.
And obviously, like, we have no anything from New Warriors yet, but Cloak and Dagger on Freeform TV, formerly ABC Family, looks like it has a mild budget, and so I'm hoping New Warriors does.
Oh, ABC Family changed its name for no good reason, and now everybody's confused?
Yeah. Well, it's Freeform now, yeah.
Freeform?
Freeform is
That's a dumb name.
Well, I think it doesn't have the connotation of if ABC Family, you know, like kiddie stuff on ABC Family. Freeform. They're rebranding for the teen market, I believe. Oh,
We're not
fine.
bad.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Add quote. That's not her. That's just pornography. You've sent me pornography. Are you sending me more? Are you just sending me more pornography? That's another picture of her. That is Squirrel Girl.
Okay.
She looks adorable, and those AT&T commercials and in Silicon Valley, she's funny. How do you even do that? Oh, you got to hang on the side.
And jump over there. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000.
James, yes, I do like wool. Someone asked me about books I like. I do like wool.
1, 1,000, 2.
No! I really like wool. It might be my favorite book. It's a very good book. Favorite is so nebulous. Like the first like novel I ever read, like the first book I really got into, is this book called The Ear, the Eye, and the Arm by Nancy Farmer.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say the ear, the eye, and the esophagus.
The Ear, the Eye, and the Esophagus. Yeah, it's about Norwegian folk singers. No, The Ear, the Eye, and the Arm is
It's got a similar rhythm to the Witch, the Lion, and the Wardrobe.
That was like the first big book I really read, and like my family was never like big readers, and so like that was the book. Farm, right. And so like that was the book that got me into reading. The Ear, the Eye, and the Arm by Nancy Farmer, and it's like a teen, like I read it in like the 5th grade or 6th grade, so it's like a teen book about a group of kids that get lost in futuristic Africa, and I thought it was really neat. And, what? Of course, Jack likes wool. Everybody likes wool. Bring is God. Wool is a great book. Get right out of town.
Shit.
Get right out of the world. Favorite album? I can tell you the album that I can't stop listening to right now, which isn't an album, it's a mixtape. It's Chance the Rapper's Coloring Book mixtape, and I cannot stop listening to it. I have tried to listen to other things, and I can't stop. It's so fucking good. What book? The book I read as a kid was The Ear, the Eye, and the Arm. The book that I love always, probably not my favorite book, but a very good book, is called Wool. Wool, if you are into sci-fi, Wool needs to be on your reading lists. It's fantastic. It's a great book. If you are into sci-fi, dystopian thingies, it's Wool is one of the best books I've read in recent memory. Yeah, as soon as Rich is done with this, whenever Rich is done, we will talk about Spider-Man.
We start talking about it now.
You want to start talking about it now?
We caught up with tips?
Oh wait, we have one more. No, we have two more. And then we will talk about Spider-Man. Pan Drew says, "Hey guys, I was looking at graphic novel adaptations of Star Wars films on Comixology when I discovered that the ones for the prequels were marked Legends. Guess they're not canon after all." Great. And Jump Plus says, "How do you guys feel about boba milk tea?" Do you even know what boba milk tea is, Rich?
Is that going to be the name of the new Boba Fett in The Last Jedi?
Oh.
I have no idea what that is.
Great, neither do I. Okay, so, heads up everyone, we are now initiating Spider-Man Homecoming spoiler talk. Rich and I will chat about Spider-Man Homecoming with no filter and no regard for whether or not you have seen it. That is going to happen in just a moment. If you are leaving, thanks for coming. We really appreciate it. Spider-Man, yep, initiate the Spider-Man protocol. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. I like that juxtext. Spoilers. He does whatever a spider can. That's good. I like that. Okay. Here's what I'm surprised at. I watched your Half in the Bag on it.
Yeah.
Just because, generally I like to, if I don't have a conversation with you in person, like, oh, what do the guys think about it? Here's something I'm shocked at, and Lisa felt the same way. I am shocked that you guys were shocked that Michael Keaton was Liz Allen's father. You didn't see
I didn't see it coming.
You didn't see that coming?
What was the hint?
The hint were when the goons were at the school. The goons were at the school.
They were tracking the radiation, though.
And do you remember what they said?
No.
They were tracking the radiation, and one of the goons goes, "Oh man, I can't believe we're here. We can't tell the boss."
I don't remember that specific line.
It was something. It was something to that.
All right.
Just
all
like,
right.
I can't believe we're here. We better make sure, the boss doesn't find out, or whatever it is, right?
It made that it made that homecoming scene really fun, though. That whole twist.
Oh, it was wonderfully acted, but I saw that twist coming from a mile away. It was great. It made it really personal. And then, by the way, just the fact that he put it together, I love.
Yeah, because he's not an idiot.
Because he's not an idiot. Oh, man. The whole movie is, without a doubt, the best adaptation of the Spider-Man comics we have gotten on a movie.
Yes.
And that is nothing but a compliment. The downside to the movie are the action scenes are kind of weak.
They're non-epic action scenes for a hero who is not doing epic things. He's fighting gun runners. And it's all about that doesn't matter at all to me. In fact, it's a fine thing because it's all about the character. That's what's important.
And I guess that, I agree with you while also saying that that's something that kind of bummed me out. I agree
Did you want the blue laser?
Huh?
Did you want the blue
God,
laser?
no, I don't want the blue laser.
Did you want the timer for the bomb that's going to turn the city into lizards?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, no. Whoa. You know me, I'm a big fan of when action scenes can help theme with the story. Mm-hmm. little artistic representation, you know, to kind of give a little extra oomph to normal action scenes, and there just wasn't much of that, which is fine. I'm not saying that ruined the movie or even made the movie bad. That's just a downside that I can think of, you know.
How could you not like that Washington Monument scene? That's a fine action scene.
That's a fine action scene. No, all the action scenes were fine action scenes. You know, crawling around on the invisible airplane at the end. Even the simple like fighting with the the fake Avengers in the bank or at the ATM.
Yeah.
Fine action sequences. The one action sequence that goes above and beyond is the Washington Monument one.
Yeah.
Because the stakes are so well set up. And that's the only one that comes close to theming with the story, which is like, you know, being like juggling being Spider-Man and being Peter Parker. And you know, like going to the field trip and like saving his friends and like being with his friends is what saves them, even as Spider-Man. So it's like like the theming is kind of like the arty farty bullshit that I love in fight scenes, which might be a contradiction to some people. But
90% of the reason I love that movie, though, is Tom Holland is perfect as Spider-Man. And it's all about him being awkward and
Yep.
Peter Parker's personal life shit.
Yep.
It's a true Spider-Man movie.
Absolutely. I will agree with you on that 100%. And you know what? From frame one of the movie, Peter Parker's little vlog.
Yeah.
His little vlog for the Civil War recap tonally set up his character right away. You knew everything you needed to know about Peter Parker with his dorky little vlog. And I love that. I love that.
By the way,
Yeah.
what do you think? What do you think about Peter Parker's first appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
That he was.
You heard about this?
He had the Iron Man mask on in Iron Man 2.
They have retconned Iron Man 2. That kid in Iron Man 2, that he's got the Iron Man mask on and the robot's in front of him, and he's pretending he's Iron Man. He's trying to shoot at the robot. And then Tony Stark swoops in and shoots the robot behind him. The kid think he did it. That kid is now retroactively Peter Parker.
Because the ages line up, and Peter Parker is a science nerd, so he would want to go to the science expo. Yep.
I'm gonna expound on this.
Okay.
Is that where his parents died? Is that
Oh my God!
Is that where his parents died?
I mean, people died, definitely.
Is that how this is gonna come up in the next Homecoming? Well, it won't be called Homecoming this time. It'll be called Prom or whatever the fuck they're gonna call it.
Right.
But
oh my God.
Tony, my parents were killed on the night I first met you.
By the way, that would really like, you know, because the whole thing is about like Tony as a father figure, right?
Right.
And that would really drive that home to a wicked extent. Like it was you know, it was literally your technology that killed my parents. A heads up. You know, I like Aunt May and all, but you know, I would have liked my parents too. Grumpy Badger, no, that was Rich. No,
this is all speculation.
Yeah.
Besides, even if it wasn't, we warned you. Spoilers.
Oh yeah. No, that's all speculation. Well, no, he said Trump got Stark got his parents killed.
Oh, that part is pure speculation.
Pure speculation.
There's something juicy you could do in a sequel, though.
That could add a little character oomph to it. That could definitely drive Tony a little more insane. You know, Tony's already got some big fuck ups under his belt.
Right.
You know, Rhodey's paralyzed. That whole Ultron fuck up. He got all the people imprisoned. A lot of people are mad at him.
What else? What do you people want to know?
Oh, right.
What do we got to talk about that we haven't heard elsewhere?
Just how good Spider-Man is. You know, something that you brought up to me at the movie theater was something that
I don't know if we want to go right into that, but yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think of stuff to talk about. Like before then, we can just talk about how great Karen is. The
You know, voice Karen.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yep.
Yeah. Jennifer Connelly making her triumphant return to the Marvel Universe.
Right.
First, she was Elektra. Then,
Well, is that Hulk movie canon? Which one was that? Incredible, or was that in the? I forgot which one she was in.
oh my God! And you know what? I'm thinking of Jennifer Gardner. Jennifer Gardner
Yeah.
is Elektra. Jennifer Connelly, that is not canon. No. Jennifer Connelly in her triumphant return to the Marvel Universe. Jennifer Gardner was Elektra. Jennifer Connelly was Bruce Banner's love interest in
Hulk, or
In
was
Hulk.
it Incredible? I
no,
forgot
just
which.
Just Hulk.
Just Hulk.
Yeah. But that is now no longer canon.
Okay.
The Incredible Hulk is canon though. She was Betty. That's right. She was
Yeah.
in the Ang Lee Hulk film. I think the superior Hulk film. To Incredible. I prefer Ang Lee's to Incredible.
I've never seen Ang Lee's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might not like it. It's a little over the top. The ending is super weird. And there's a lot bad about it. But I prefer the weirdness to how bland... Oh. I prefer the weirdness to how bland The Incredible Hulk is, so...
Okay.
Ang Lee does, like, he makes edits in comic panel style.
Really?
Yeah. And I could see why someone wouldn't like it, but I think it's interesting enough to prefer over the Incredible Hulk, which I thought was just really bland. Right? Poor Hulk. If I made out with Jennifer Connelly, I'd want it to be canon.
So I
Nice.
I have issues with Peter's motivations to be Spider-Man in the movie.
Right. And so, the whole movie is by the way, before we get into that, another thing I really enjoy that the Marvel movies are very good at, like the good Marvel movies,
Yeah.
are weaving in the meta commentary of the actual movie into the plot of the movie. For example, the first Avengers movie was this big risk. Can we take characters from different movies and mush them together, and will people buy that? And that was the meta narrative, or that was the plot of the whole movie, is can the Avengers work together as a team, right? Iron Man 3, everyone was saying, now after the spectacle of the Avengers, can they go back to just being in their own regular movies? And then Iron Man 3, the plot is dealing with the aftermath of the Avengers, right? I love that. I love weaving in the thing that people are already thinking about. And so, like, what everyone is thinking is, how is Spider-Man going to live up to these already established movies?
Yeah.
And that is basically the plot. Is Peter Parker wants nothing more than to be an Avenger. Spider-Man wants to be in the Avengers, right?
It worked. No, I haven't complained because it totally works for this movie.
Right.
But in general, doesn't it diminish him as a character? His motivations for wanting to be a superhero? I don't know. He's trying to please Tony Stark as opposed to this horrible tragedy that happened and this valuable life lesson that Peter Parker learned.
And unfortunately, there's no way I can be even a little bit objective about this because, of course, we know what happened. I think if you've watched all the Marvel movies, like if you watched Civil War, and you saw Peter Parker's little thing with Tony Stark about there, like
I'd have to rewatch that.
If you remember, like Tony Stark is talking with Peter, and he's like, "Why are you here? If you're going to join my team, give me the rundown." And Peter Parker has this very small but poignant spiel about, like, when you have this power and the bad things happen and you could have stopped them, then it's almost like you made them happen.
Sepia-toned Uncle Ben death would have gone a long way. I think, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm frequently wrong.
Oh, no. No. I agree with you. Like, the weight wasn't there, but I also don't think this was the movie for the weight. Like, they kind of referenced it in the movie. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why
the vaguest reference to something bad that happened,
and that's why Aunt May was.
And
so
it doesn't
worried.
seem to bother Peter all that much.
Right, but he's also a dumb teenager, right? Like,
But it's something that bothered him so much he's willing to risk his life on a daily basis.
Right?
So...
Right? What I'm saying is I agree with you that I don't know. I think no matter what, the right call was for it not to be in there.
Sure, you don't want to do the origin 3 times on screen.
Right. No, I mean, what? That's...
Oh, shit! No!
You got there and you choked.
Yeah, well, I didn't look far enough ahead.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sepia tone scene would not have been helpful to the overall tone of the movie.
I have one other issue with this movie.
Okay.
Which I still like overall because the character is so delightful.
He's fantastic, yeah.
What's Peter's arc? What the fuck is his arc in this movie? What is the lesson he learns? He recklessly goes around attacking the Vulture, a dangerous supervillain.
Yeah.
Tony Stark says, You're not ready for that, kid.
Yeah.
And so he gets the suit taken away.
Yeah.
And then he proves himself by recklessly going after the powerful supervillain that Tony Stark doesn't want him to go after, only now it's good.
Well, because he did it. He did the good thing. So
he does the exact same shit he was doing earlier in the movie. He's learned nothing.
No, see, he wasn't doing the exact same shit he was doing earlier in the movie.
What was different?
Earlier in the movie, he was so concerned with pleasing the Avengers, Tony, right?
Yeah.
That, he would do whatever they told him to do. He listened, like that was the very start of the movie, and he was really bored by that. Then he tries to strike out and fails with the boat collapse, right? And basically it was a big humility arc. Him getting crushed, so like he faces the Vulture, and he's not thinking about anything. Hold on, let me roll back a little bit.
So in an act of humility, he learns that he can do it all on his own?
No, in the act of humility, he understands the weight of the matter. And remember, the whole time they're trying to get a hold of Tony Stark and Happy to warn them.
They ruined the weight.
Huh?
The weight. My favorite moment from the classic comic books. And there's no purpose to it here. It's just a big thing that's on top of him.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Before it was the burden of his responsibilities and living up to it. Now it's just, well, I gotta do it for Stark.
It was just a heavy thing that fell. Well, and that was part of my complaint about the action sequences, is there was no artsy fartsy narrative to the action sequences. Mm-hmm. And like that's the thing, like in the comics when he's holding up the giant thing, and or even in Spider-Man 2, like, and he's saving Mary Jane and revealing himself. But no, okay, so what's his arc, right?
Yeah.
What is his arc? What does he need to learn? He's trying at the beginning of the movie. He doesn't care about his friends at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't even care about like being a superhero.
So he ditches his friends at the prom. That's the lesson he learns?
I'm getting there. I'm talking through it. He ditches them at the prom for a good purpose. I'll be honest with you.
He's learned nothing.
I'm talking through it. I'm trying. You know what? I'm trying to figure it out because, like, you're right. There, on the surface, there doesn't seem to be an arc. Mm-hmm. So the movie starts with Peter not really even caring about being a superhero. He doesn't even seem to care about helping people, right?
Yes, because they've lost the great power and responsibility.
Right.
And I'm gonna say this is a situation like. That's a major fucking aspect of the character, and it's tragic that that's missing. Mm-hmm. Yet I still like Tom Holland. I'm going to say this is similar to my liking Ben Affleck as Batman. Okay. Even though he's straight up murdering people. That's the writing's fault, not the acting's fault.
Sure. All right, I can hear that. Okay. So that's the Peter Parker we know.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about his friends. He's ditching his responsibility because he wants to be Spider-Man, but he doesn't understand what being Spider-Man means.
Okay.
And
I'm not sure what it means after watching the movie.
At the end?
Yeah. I'm not sure what that means.
What being Spider-Man means?
Yeah. He helped a billionaire keep a good, small chunk of his billions.
Well, no, he kept weapons out of the hands of criminals, right?
Sure.
That's
Sure. We maybe needed to see a little bit more of the consequences of that. Somebody needed to get hurt by one of those weapons.
Well, we saw his local sandwich shop get demolished. That's
We
pretty
needed to
fucking
see
big.
somebody go to the hospital or a body bag being zipped up. Not a character we know, just an innocent, just complete bystander.
I don't know. That would have been deep. If the sandwich guy got left in a body bag, that would have been deep, man.
That would have been too close. You don't want to ruin the tone of the movie.
Sure.
It doesn't need to be anybody we really met before. Just normal citizens, just so we get the stakes.
Sure. But don't we get that with the boat? Like, don't we get that with, like, people almost dying?
Not when the reason that happened is because Spider-Man fucked up by attacking the Vulture. The message I get out of there is Peter Parker is not ready for this yet. Not these weapons need to be taken off the street. And the message is let the adults handle it.
But I think that's the moral of the story.
Okay.
Is at the end, he goes through all this by the skin of his teeth. And he gets offered a position as an Avenger.
Yeah.
Right? The thing he's wanted the whole movie, but he understands that he's not ready yet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's the character arc.
All right.
It's not necessarily a satisfying character arc because, yeah, he's a fuck up and he just says, okay, yes, I am a fuck up.
The character's fun, the things he does are fun, and the people he interacts with, that's fun to watch.
Yeah, agree.
The movie works for that reason.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank God he got it. I got that. Listen, it took... And by the way, it's not a very clear character arc, which is why I needed to talk through it a little bit. But yes, the lesson that Peter Parker learned was that he was indeed not ready. He did need to be a neighborhood hero, a street-level hero. And it took him, personal sacrifice. Like, he had fucking Liz Allen, sweet-ass Biddy, she's leaving now. It took him some sacrifice.
What does the chat have to say about all this?
They're upset that it took us that long to get their first character arc, but
They're upset it took us that long to figure it out?
yeah.
I don't know, I'm not sure it's that clear in the movie.
Well, and that's why I needed to go through the steps because it wasn't that clear in the movie. I agree with you. The character arc thing is just something to check off in a script. No, it's nice to have your characters grow and do something and learn a lesson in a movie like this.
Look, I'm complaining about this. I still love the movie.
Of course, of course. Yeah. Ooh, close. Close. We can talk about that. Michelle.
That non-revelation, that unimportant, it didn't matter at all. That's the person we know in the comics. All right.
She was great. First of all, she was great.
Would it matter whether or not we found out she was MJ?
No. She was a great character. She was a great character. I loved her every time, and she just found her way into every single scene, and that was one of my favorite running gags of Spider-Man. Just she was there. She didn't necessarily care, but you knew she did. And, if she's going to be, like, the love interest or, like, the MJ of this, like, that's fine. She'll be great.
I'm sure there's a whole lot of people
Yeah.
who are used to Kirsten Dunst as pseudo Mary Jane.
Sure.
AKA, she's really Gwen Stacy. They're going to be upset at the portrayal. I think the public thinks of Mary Jane as Kirsten Dunst, who, even though they called her Mary Jane, she was basically playing that as... She was written as Gwen Stacy. Just the sweet girl next door. That's not Mary Jane. Mary Jane was the wild child, the party girl, the independent streak woman.
Yeah. She didn't necessarily want to hang out with Peter.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to the party. You coming with?
Right. She was Veronica in the Betty Veronica dynamic. No, Mary Jane is.
No, I laugh because you're absolutely right.
And
I laugh because you're making Archie references.
Because honestly, I'm making Archie references. That's what Stan Lee did.
Right.
Gwen and Mary Jane are a fucking straight up ripoff of Betty and Veronica. Straight up ripoff.
Yeah.
Sweet girl next door versus kind of bitchy, free spirited wild child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, so in that sense, this MJ would be closer to the comics MJ, where she's a free spirit. She does what she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and like it's just not a big deal.
Less of a bitch though.
Huh?
Less of a bitch though.
Who?
This Mary Jane.
I don't know. She was kind of cunty, and I liked it. Mostly because it was funny. I see that a lot of people like talking about like all of the supporting cast, but I thought they were great. Flash was a giant dickhead, and that was perfect. Ned, which is not a character from the original comics. Ned is actually a character.
Oh, you wouldn't know it reading our comments on the Half in the Bag video. Ned was a character in the comic books.
Not that Ned. Actually, like that Ned. Yes, Ned is a character from the original Spider-Man comic books.
Ned leads in the comic books.
He was a reporter.
Was an adult reporter,
yeah.
Rival of Peter's.
Right.
Does that sound anything like the Ned in this movie?
No, the Ned in the movie was actually a character, Ganki, from Ultimate
Which
Spider-Man.
I am completely not familiar with.
Right. But no, he's like Miles Morales. Miles Morales' best friend is a chubby Asian smart-talking dude called Ganki Lee.
Okay.
That's Ned.
Okay.
Okay. So they took what worked there. They liked that in the Ultimate Spider-Man series, having Miles giving Miles someone to talk to. Right. Yeah. Well, no, Ned. His like in the Ultimate Comics, his name is Ganki or Gank or whatever his name is. If you look at a side-by-side picture of Ned from Spider-Man Homecoming and Ganki Lee, you would assume they were the same character. So
is this Ned Lee?
Maybe this is Ned Lee, yeah. But that's what we talk about all the time, about like the comics being workshops for the movies.
Yeah.
As they're like, hey, you know what? We'll take a little bit of this from Ultimate Spider-Man. We'll take a little bit of this from Miles Morales Spider-Man. We'll take a little bit of this from Classic Spider-Man. It's great. Everyone was great. Vulture. What a fantastic villain.
Yeah.
And I loved the look of him.
Yeah.
Their whole
That's as good as you could ever hope to do the Vulture.
Oh, fuck, right? He looked great. Their whole evil scheme made so much sense.
Nope.
Nope.
Tried something different, didn't work.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I do this?
You got to jump. You have to go on the right side of that block and jump right away.
I don't know if that's gonna work.
Yeah. I mean, of course, Michael Keaton was great. Like that almost doesn't need to be said because he's Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And he's the greatest at whatever he feels like doing. But nah, he had good depth, and just that fucking kitchen scene where Peter Parker knows that he's the bad guy, and you can just see Tom Holland not know what to do. That might have been one of the realest moments
we have a villain I was kind of I would almost rooting for.
Right?
Vulture.
An everyday working schlub gets screwed over by the man.
Legitimately got screwed.
Yep.
The shit he was stealing, he feels is rightfully his. He had the legal salvage license. He's stealing in his head. He's just stealing his own shit.
Right. Oh, yeah. It all makes sense to him. And that's, you know, the best kind of villain is the ones that you can almost empathize with.
He's just a good guy. He doesn't sell Peter out at the end.
Right? Loved that.
The only person he kills is on accident.
That was a great scene, though.
Right, right.
He doesn't seem to care too much, but yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah. You did it.
All right, no. Oh, Jesus fuck.
Jesus fuck, Rich. You're doing it.
All right, what's the trap? What's the trap? There's a trap, right? What's the trap?
The trap is just the spikes above the moving platform, right? Like. Oh, nice. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh, this is so gonna fuck me.
So we have 3 villains for Sinister Six now. Who will the other 3 be, right? Like, that little Scorpion homage at the end, that was neat.
It was earlier than that. Do you know what one of the people he was selling arms to on the boat was called? Matt Gargan. That was him. That was him.
Oh, that's how he got his arm broke. He was on the boat. He
was on the boat.
He was on the boat for fucking a half a second.
He was on the boat.
Right.
I caught that. God
yeah?
damn it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Nice.
I'm done! Can we be done?
You can be done if you want. We can just finish up Spider-Man talk and be done.
Oh.
Yeah, that was him in jail, like the scorpion tattoo on his neck. That would have been that was great. And yeah, you already have all the tech, and the Tinkerer.
Yeah.
Was the guy making all the tech for him, and so like he'll come back. I'm sure he was never captured.
I didn't call him out during the review because Mike and Jay would have just been confused.
The Tinkerer?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's a really dumb name.
Nah, he's a classic villain. He's the first villain.
He's a classic villain, but you know what?
He's the first.
If you tell Mike and Jay, like, oh yeah, that was the Tinkerer, they would just make pee jokes.
If there's a trivia question, who's the first supervillain Peter Parker fought? It's the Tinkerer.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, there you go. Let's. Oh yeah, that's a great question. What do you think about Aunt May finding out at the end there?
Oh, that's fine. Mm-hmm. They're taking their cues from the Ultimate Spider-Man comic book with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of this movie felt very Ultimate Spider-Man, and I'm absolutely okay with that.
Yeah,
because I really enjoyed that series.
When Ultimate Spider-Man was still good.
Well, we're praising the movie, aren't we? I thought that was assumed.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think that's a compliment. I love it that Aunt May was not frail old Aunt May. There's nothing wrong with perfectly normal Aunt May.
To be honest, that just makes sense. She's an aunt, not a grandmom. Especially when Peter Parker's only 15.
Right.
What the fuck was she 30 when her sister was born?
That happens sometimes. That happens sometimes.
40?
No, and I like Marissa Tomei wasn't a big part of the movie, but she did all right. She did her thing. I thought they leaned into the you have a hot aunt joke a little too hard.
Once?
They did it a few times. A bunch of his friends made joke like she got like free food at the place to eat, and like
it's fine.
But I mean,
it's fine.
Also, Marissa Tomei is incredibly attractive, so like I'm gonna be okay with it.
It's simply a different take on character.
Oh no, I thought they just did that joke a little too hard. Is all I'm saying. But I'm gonna be okay with it. What do I think about the end fight? You thought it was a little CG vomit? It looked fine.
It was adequate. It wasn't. This movie was not about the set pieces, which is what I like about it.
Right.
Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is the highlight of the film, not the CGI puke fest fight.
Right. And I don't even think it was a puke fest fight. Like, it was a perfectly fine fight. Oh, you chickened out, Rich.
No, I didn't chicken out.
You pulled back. Do you guys have something against the original Amazing Spider-Man comics? No.
Why would I?
No, they're fine.
What makes you think I have something against those comics? What did I say that would give you that impression?
The old Aunt May comments, I assume. But listen, that's how she was written. It's fine. It worked for those comics. I prefer younger Aunt May because I never much cared for the whole, like...
I can tell you when... Oh, sorry, finish your thought. I'm big.
I never cared for the idea that, like, we need to keep it from Aunt May because she's so frail, you know. I never liked that. So, that was it.
I love those classic Ditko issues so much when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
Young 15-year-old Peter Parker when I was around 15? I adored that shit.
Sure.
By the way, people keep trying to say that the Sam Raimi movies are more like the Ditko era. They're more like the Romita Sr. era. When it got routine for Stan Lee and Romita was doing his... It was beautiful, but it was his soap opera romance comic art. Everyone was beautiful, and Peter was just kind of a happy-go-lucky schmuck. It's a bit more vapid.
I think there's a fine argument for there, but like that Ditko Peter Parker was a stock nerd. That's literally his shtick. So I would say they took a lot of cues from Ditko Peter Parker wise.
All right. No, because... No. Here's where it's majorly different.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man just constantly get this goofy grin on his face. Ditko Spider-Man looked like he was always on the verge of a nervous fucking breakdown. Half the time. Half of those comics end with a panel of Peter Parker looking like he's just about to fucking snap.
Maybe.
That does not fit the Raimi movies.
That fits 2. Spider-Man 2, it's literally about him having a mental breakdown. Let's see. Here, Anonymous says, Rich once said the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie was the worst movie he's ever seen. Does Rich still think this?
That's one of the worst. The worst movie I've ever seen is Things.
Yes.
Wait, we had one on Best of the Worst recently that was... Oh, D.B. Cooper versus Bigfoot.
There you go.
Is the worst film I've ever seen.
There you go. That does indeed rival Things for the worst movie ever made. If we can even consider that a movie.
Okay.
That's the question is if D.B. Cooper versus Bigfoot is a movie, it is the worst movie ever made.
If D.B. Cooper is not technically, is not legally ruled as a movie,
yes,
then the answer is Things.
Correct. You are correct. Sorry, Stockboy. Yes, we're in full Spider-Man spoiler talk, so if you don't want Spider-Man spoilers, don't listen. Budget Messiah says, for the man who hasn't read a Spider-Man comic in 10 years, might I suggest getting Marvel Unlimited, their digital comic archive service, which is running free for 30 days.
Or I've got all my old back issues still.
Or if you have all your old back issues, you could also read them. I do Comixology Unlimited, which recently added a bunch of back Marvel catalog. So, that's all right.
Forgot to count.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see here. Budget Messiah says, and when you have Marvel Unlimited, check out Superior Spider-Man. It follows the story of Doc Ock after he does a body swap with Peter Parker.
I've heard about it.
And aspires to be the titular character. Yeah. I've heard about it.
He replaces that weird zombie Peter Parker after one more day that I don't really know.
Yep. Yep. Let's see here. Anonymous says, who switched out the best of the worst tapes and why? Is Ralph Bakshir replacing Penelope Smith?
What?
Oh.
What do you mean switched out the tapes?
I don't know. I assume that you knew what he was talking about. What do you want to see in future Spider-Man movies?
I don't know. We'll see what they bring us.
Hopefully, they've learned the correct lesson from Spider-Man Homecoming, which is doing very well at the box office, of course. Hopefully it does so well where they say, hey, creative team behind this team, let's do it again.
All right, you know what I'd like to see in the third movie?
The third?
In the third movie,
Okay.
Peter Parker in his college years, he's growing up, he starts wearing the black suit. Not a symbiote alien weird goo monster, but just the black version of the suit from the comics, because that's just a sweet fucking design. As a suit, not as an alien symbiote. He's growing up!
Okay.
He's got a different suit. That's what I want to see. By the third movie, like the red and blue one will just get fucked up in like a epic battle with Dr. Octopus.
Sure.
And he's got to switch it out at the end.
But now he's a little more grown up and he wants something a little more badass?
Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Stark, I want you to make me something that looks like this.
Mr. Stark will be long dead by then. Yeah, I'll be honest, I thought that Iron Spider suit looked kind of weak.
Yeah, but it was supposed to.
What?
It was supposed to.
What do you mean?
Because he was never going to wear that suit. The suit at the end of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fake out in the first place. That's not the suit I'm talking about.
Right. No,
What are you talking about?
the suit that he was that Tony Stark presented him at
Yes.
the end, I thought looked super. I thought looked bad.
By design. The audience, we're not supposed to get attached to that because Peter Parker is going to turn that down. The scriptwriter knows that. The people designing the costume know that. It's designed to be this gaudy, ugly thing.
Oh, that's the wrong call.
It's designed to be a reference to Civil War, is really what it was designed to be.
Why is that?
It looks vaguely similar with the spider symbol, doesn't it?
To what?
The Iron Spider costume from the Civil War comics? The Civil War comics, not the movie. That thing they showed at the end.
No.
Don't you remember that?
Iron Spider is all orange and gold.
Look at the spider symbol on the chest. Look at the design of that spider symbol.
It looks vaguely
The
like
suit
Iron
given to
Spider.
him by Tony Stark in the comics?
That didn't look anything like that suit.
Look it up.
I'm
Look it up. Look it up.
I'm looking at it. No, what Rich said makes sense. I think that's the wrong call. I think that was supposed to be something really enticing, and that would mean Peter giving it up had extra weight.
Maybe. But then the audience is just let down.
All right, I'm looking up Iron Spider-Man suit for Homecoming. Maybe a little more like it than I originally thought.
Pause it and then bring up a still from Iron Spider costume, I think they call it. I don't know. Civil War Spider-Man well, no, then you'll get the movie. You're gonna have to look up Iron Spider, probably.
Iron Spider comics is what I'm looking up. Look
at the spider symbol. Look at that spider symbol.
Maybe a little more similar than I thought. I still don't like the look of it.
No.
I still think that looks weak.
I agree.
Yeah. I still think it looks weak, and I thought the right call would be to make something that looks super spectacular. So when he gave it up, we go, oh, like gave him something to lust after, and he goes, no, you know what? I still got a lot to learn. Rich is right that the symbol is similar. The color scheme's a little different, but that's fair. Oh my god! Oh my god! You got launched.
It happened.
Jack wants the audience to be let down. I want. Yes, I do. No, I want Peter's decision to have a little weight. And obviously, like, us, like, that being the big character arc, that could have been a big scene where, like, Peter sees the suit. Maybe he goes to it and is like, oh my god, does this have this? This is so cool. This. You know what? I got a lot to learn still. I'm going to have to say no. You know, and then you get that little scene where we kind of know what's happening. Oh my, you know, you get the legs I've never much cared for, but if he had the legs, you're going to, oh, are these fully retractable, blah, 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 and have, you know, pneumosomatic reflubs? Ah! That was so close, Rich.
Oh!
Yeah. It's not called Liz Allen, I think. Wait, true, but although she's not called Liz Allen, I think it's supposed to be her. In the movie, she's Liz Allen, right?
You just call her Liz.
They never say Liz Allen?
Technically, it's Liz Toombs. Adrian Toombs is the Vulture.
Why am I hearing someone say Liz Allen?
Because they're all named. All the kids are named after his kids from the comics.
Is it so? Just like Liz Allen is so burnt into my brain that I heard it without the movie.
I think the Liz part is an intentional reference, but they don't give you a last name, though it's got to be Toombs, unless she's not the biological daughter.
Or what if it's hyphenated?
Sure.
It's Toombs Allen. Bork? Yeah, apparently something I missed. Betty Brant was the blonde girl doing the news announcements.
I get it.
It's fun. It's cute.
They should have held back on that. What if they want to do some version of J. Jonah Jameson?
Right.
You get Betty Brant then. We can wait.
Yeah, you didn't need like to name check every single fucking character.
Yeah.
One of my absolute favorite scenes was the deliberate poke at Batman during the Prowler interrogation scene.
Yes.
Very
hilarious. Barbed jab.
Oh yeah. Very pointed. Hey. It was great, and Donald Glover was just amazing. As the chill criminal, as the chill neighborhood criminal, just kind of like, what are you doing, Spider-Man?
Never gonna get past there again.
What are you doing? That was super great. I thought it was a little too on the nose. Speaking of like every character being in it, when he was like, my nephew lives in this neighborhood because he's the uncle of Miles Morales, and it's just like, you could have just said like my family. Like you didn't have to like specifically name check. My nephew, Miles Morales, lives right around here. Oh, that's right. When he was buying guns, and it was just like, listen, I just want to stick someone up, not send him back in time. Like that's hilarious. He was great. Yeah, and they're like, we got these pneumatic gravity climbing gloves. And he's like, climbing gloves? What? Yeah. I'm the Prowler, huh? All right. It was fun. It was cute, is what it was.
Oh god.
It was super cute, and I liked it. He never said Miles. He said my nephew, but to me that didn't sound like something that a real person would say.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, if your nephew lives here, probably your brother or sister does too.
Right.
So you would probably say, my brother lives over here and he's got a family.
The rest of his family died on the streets, Jack.
Right. So just my nephew lives here.
Them time guns be wiping them out.
Exactly. But that just seemed like a really awkward and forced piece of dialogue, when he could have also just said, "I got family around here," and we still would have gotten the same thing. That's Miles' uncle. Yes, God. Hannibal Bruss as the PE coach was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And I mean, all of, like his bit with the Captain America cameos were all hilarious.
Can I say how refreshing it is to have a Spider-Man movie be funny?
Oh god, the whole thing was funny. Yeah,
Someone got it.
so, one of the 6 writers understood that. No, it was great. Well, Captain America cameos. And I even liked how they broke down their own internal logic, where Hannibal Buress was like, all right, everybody, you got to listen to the speech. Even though I think he's like a criminal now, I forget he might be a felon, but I still got to show you this.
He's a war criminal.
Exactly.
I think he's a war criminal now, but
Right? But I still got to show you this, which is true. Like at this point, Captain America is a criminal living in Wakanda. Zob70, yes, you missed most of our talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. I feel like we're winding up here.
yeah,
So yes, you have missed most of it.
a few more decent attempts
Yeah.
at this.
We're just trying to beat this level. I'm just trying to think of anything else neat or not neat about the movie. It just also refreshing that the main thrust of the plot was him fucking up his social life.
Classic Peter Parker.
Right?
Classic.
I got a date to the prom, but also I know where the bad guy is, and I got to stop the bad guy.
Dropping out of band, dropping out of quiz,
Yep.
mathletes, whatever it was.
Yeah, academic decathlon. But then, weaseling his way back in so he can go fight the supervillain over there.
Right.
That's great. Just great stuff. I love the hey Spider Guy, do a backflip. Because by the way, that's exactly what someone would do if they saw Spider-Man. Shit, man. Shit. Everything. I gotta go see this movie again, Rich.
The car theft, which wasn't a car theft.
Oh, right. And then everybody's just yelling at him. Fucking classic Peter. That was one of one of my favorite runs of the Ultimate Spider-Man series was when he teams up with Wolverine.
Yeah.
In the early issues, and Wolverine basically just drags him around by the nose and says everything you're doing is wrong. You don't understand the world and stop fucking up. And I loved that run. It's just him trying to keep up with a seasoned hero. And I thought they got that tone so right. It's great because Vulture was also a literal vulture feasting on the scraps of greater heroes and villains. Absolutely. Absolutely. There were some good themes.
That
there.
man was totally in the fucking right. And it's a shame he had to go to jail at the end of the movie.
That is not true. He was selling weapons illegally. Let's say he was stealing all that equipment and just melting it down for scrap and selling the scrap. Then I'm with you. You know what? Totally with you. As it turns out, he was giving criminals dangerous weapons.
They didn't hurt anybody with the weapons.
They probably
the criminals only fuck shit up when Spider-Man interfered.
They probably hurt people with the weapons. We can assume that they hurt people with the weapons.
Would have been nice to have seen that.
It would have been a little nice to see that. Yes, I agree. Also, going back to it, all with this whole it was fun to see Peter fuck up his social life for superheroing stuff. It also would have been nice to have a little more understanding of why being a superhero was so important to him.
Yeah.
Agreed. I agree. Because he was turning down sweet ass Liz Toombs to go stop a supervillain.
No wonder they didn't say her last name.
Liz Toombs, yeah. He was turning down a pretty hot date to stop a supervillain, and we don't have that big thrusts. As big a thrust. We have a little bit.
What time is it, Jack?
Oh, it's time. It's time, Rich.
Like very much time?
It's 11. We've been streaming for quite some
right.
time. I think we've been streaming for 5 hours.
All right.
So I'm going to say that whenever you're ready, I can be ready. Let me just let me see here.
So want to get past this room again.
Yeah, that's all right. Anonymous says, Rich smashed a copy of Thundercats and telepathic communication with animals had Ralph Basinski's Return of the King inside the case.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like Rich really noticed, though. Nope.
Which one had... I'm assuming it was a case where the boxes were still downstairs and the tapes were upstairs. Mm-hmm. And so that just anything was shoved in the tape when we filmed the episode because it wasn't going to matter. Everything...
Oh, shit. I'm with you. I don't know.
Tapes... Oh, shit. No, I don't want to come down there yet. I don't know how long it's going to be to... Shit.
Feel it. Feel it in your gut. Feel it in your gut.
I have to stop, look, and consider when I get back to that room.
The drone on the plane glider seat reminded me of the Green Goblin glider. Nah.
Which drone? What?
I don't know. The plane? Drone on the plane scene.
Oh, I don't remember.
No, that looked kind of like a drone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Drone?
Remember he sent a drone off as a dummy signal so he could steal the airplane? That just...
I have to rewatch it. I don't know. I don't think that's a Green Goblin nod though.
No, I just think it was a that just looked like one of those standard like big nose drones, you know.
That was a clever look. The plane's really going where it's supposed to, but it's not thing. I made it a heist and not a brute force. I gotta take a shit.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Oh shit. All right. Have people exhausted their questions to us?
The people are still talking about it a little bit. Even Spider-Man had a drone. That's true. Even Spider-Man had a little spider drone.
Drones are the future.
It's true. They're everywhere.
The world is changing.
The world. It's about time we change with it, boys. It's about time. Anonymous said, at the reveal of Michael Keaton's family, I said, he's white, out loud in the theater. Is that terrible theater manners? Do I suck? That's terrible regular manners. But, you know. Liz was what I would call a lighter-skinned black person. And so it would make sense that she would be of mixed race. As her mom had very dark skin, and Michael Keaton's white, so it made sense to me. But yes, that is also very bad theater manners. But also just bad manners in general.
It was a shock.
Huh?
It was a shocked exclamation.
That might not be the right exclamation.
Did people chuckle? This is how you figure out whether or not you're wrong. All right. I'm going to get there one more time and that's it.
Didn't you yell in the theater, Jack, when you noticed? I noticed Rich after the last, the end credits. There's a mid-credit sequence.
Wait, that's where you noticed me? Not during the interrogation scene.
I was laughing so hard at the interrogation scene. I didn't hear you.
I laughed so hard through that fucking scene.
Maybe I heard you a little bit, but no. The time I really noticed you, because the interrogation scene is hilarious, when he's trying to do the Batman voice, but failing miserably. No, the time I was laughing so hard I didn't hear you there. I heard you at the end credit sequence when Captain America comes on to say that all these end credit sequences are really bullshit and you stayed around for nothing.
Right.
Then I heard you, and and that was the very end of the movie, and the theater was mostly empty. So then I yelled at Rich.
All right, this is it.
Okay. All right.
Done.
That was it?
I'm done.
Whew. But by the way, it was totally worth it waiting for that little bit of comedy.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Would have been, like the mid-credits scene didn't really, like, the only purpose was that he's not going to tell people who Peter is.
They kind of needed to.
But, why have that a mid-credit sequence?
It just made the Vulture that much more likable.
No, it was great, and it made sense. You know, he saved the Vulture again, and he saved Liz.
Yeah.
Like, there's a mutual respect, and so. Oh no, Pizza Train 11 says, I hate to tell the developer, but this stream makes me never ever want to buy this game.
Aww.
It might not be for you. That's okay.
Look, I am not an expert platformer. This is more Jack's thing.
And I played for the first, 3 hours. Oh my god. Tyler Glale. That's his name. Edmund and Tyler made the game. Tom Holland's performance was great all over the place.
Yeah.
He nailed it. The writers nailed it. The director. It's a great movie. I really think it's a great movie. I can't wait.
I want to see it again. I rarely do that in the theater. I want to see that again.
I want to see that again in the theaters. I have a problem, though. It's playing in my local theater, down the street from me.
Yeah.
In 3D.
I'm sorry, only 3D?
Only 3D.
The fuck's up with that?
My local theater only has 2 screens because, it's an older theater. So it only has 2 screens. It's playing in 3D. And so, I could walk down the street and see it in 3D, or I could drive to the big theater.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
You're fucked.
I've sent them an email. My local theater.
Have them offer 2D glasses. This has to be a technology that exists, right?
I have no idea.
There's got to be a pair of those glasses where both lenses are the same.
And you can just view it normally
yes.
in a 3D theater? I would love that.
With maybe some diminished colors, because that's just the nature of 3D. But
I sent them an email letting them know that once again I have chosen not to patronize the theater that is down the street from me, so I can go to a different theater to watch a movie in 2D.
Yep.
I was just I'm just letting you know as a customer, I am not going to your theater because of 3D. So if you think 3D movies bring you theater, But anyway. All right. This is it. This is the end of the stream. This is the part of the stream in which we thank all the people who have subscribed to us during this stream. Much like Kekleon,
Gulf Coast Ghost,
Mick Kosnick, for 24 fucking months in a row. Mick Kosnick says 2 years.
Oh my God!
See, I knew I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's not,
only me.
That's not for me to do. That's not my place.
VX135, 13 months in a row says, this plus 1 year plus 1 month went by fast. What the fuck? You're having too much fun. Keep subscribing to keep having fun, and eventually,
so much fun. The time flies by.
Before you know it, you'll be an old man. Just keep subscribing. Oh wait, that's a bad thing.
The Girl Hat.
Keep subscribing. Just don't have quite so much fun, so you don't age quicker. So the time doesn't fly. Have a mild amount of fun, but keep subscribing. Oh, God.
I don't.
Lindsay, yo.
Packy, 1734.
Lyzandus says, better time than a 2-bit whore.
We're better than a 2-bit whore.
Yeah. Better time than a 2-bit whore.
I'll take it. Blevod.
Clone 2727 for 16 months in a row says, at one point does the main character of the game yell AIDS? No. Strangely enough, that was not in the script.
Baby Yaga Lala. Baba Yaga Lala, and I will get that right one of these times, for 19 months in a row. And Baba Yaga Lala says, can't wait for the Spider-Man Homecoming spoiler talk. Have a supporting character ever brought down a movie for you guys? Ned did for me. Oh, man,
Yeah, the interaction was fun.
That was great. When Ned yelled out to Liz that Peter knew Spider-Man, I was totally with it. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Ned? Fucking Ned! But that's exactly what a high schooler would do, and it made perfect sense. That was great.
no fear, no envy, says. Oh, for 29 fucking months in a row first, says. Saw this game on another stream. Thought I was crazy thinking the narrator was Rich Evans.
Ah.
Congrats on your big break.
It's a big break, Rich. Salori7 says, thanks, Jack, for the tips on which hero I should play with in Overwatch. You're welcome. Have a good time playing the game.
Vanderenth for 14 months in a row.
I gotta get in the character for this one, Rick.
You do.
It takes a little bit to find the voice, do it right.
You got it. You're already there. I can hear it.
There. The Godfather 42 for 30 fucking months in a row. And Godfather 42 says, after 30 months, you hack frauds have gotten pretty good at reviewing video games.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Disty 87 for 22 fucking months in a row.
The fried pickled herring.
Black 47 says, 7 months in and there's no end in sight.
Yay! Game Child UK says 11 months ago I stopped being a cheap bastard. Love you guys. Keep up the good work.
Chernobyl Kinsman for 27 fucking months in a row says, have you paid your dues, Jack? Have you paid your dues?
What dues?
I don't know. I guess you haven't. He has not paid his dues.
What's a dues?
You don't know what a dues is?
I know what a dues is.
Like owe money to like a union to stay in the organization.
Yeah, we're part of the professional streamer Let's Players Union, local 2222. Morbos 1000 who says, "Hey guys, I've been subscribing with Amazon Prime for 10 months now. Do you get a cut of my subscription even though I'm not actually paying anything?" Yes, we do, Morbos, which is the great part of Amazon Prime subscriptions. You just have to click a button. You don't pay any extra money. We get money. It's crazy.
It's a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful thing.
Cass J or Cass J. I'm not sure what's going on there with pronunciation. That's what I got.
I mean, either way.
You see 3 fucking consonants in a row, you don't know what the fuck to do.
C-S-J, maybe?
Nah, that's Cass J or Cass J.
Sure.
Right?
I don't know. Denzo Washington.
Striker 1121 for 26 fucking months in a row says, I hear Rich's voice in my dreams.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah?
Like after a long edit session, like if I'm really in it, like I'm just... Rich, you have to understand, sometimes I listen to you for like 8 hours in a row.
I'm so sorry.
And then like I hit the bed, I start dreaming, and it's just Rich Evans in there.
I'm so sorry.
You know, that's why I need so much vacation time. Where are we?
The Blue Prism says, nice work, cool dudes.
Big V 6691.
No escape.
Herlin Merlin.
Brave Cadet.
Nerd Smack.
Cool Trainer Lihendi says, I'm still gay. Was that supposed to change?
Did the conversion therapy not work?
Big shock there.
Sorry if that offended anyone. Mr. Robert. Obviously not sorry enough not to say it because I knew it would.
Oh, I was hearing something about kids who sometimes get shipped off to these kind of Christian emergency retreats like overseas, and they're basically kidnapped.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, there's no basically about it.
Yeah.
They are straight up kidnapped.
In a foreign country.
Yeah.
No way back.
Mm-hmm. It's tough.
Believe in Jesus or else.
It's tough.
You're not going home unless you believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
Some awful shit.
Ugh. Ugh.
Did you say Mr. Robert? Mr. Robert! I just didn't know. You got 2 shout-outs maybe, but I don't know. It's fine.
Or maybe one half-assed one. G-Shots for 34 fucking months in a row. And G-Shots says...
You gotta say it right.
What?
You gotta say it right. Twitch is changing.
Oh, sorry. Twitch is changing. A new month has passed. My subscription can't be canceled. Can he survive? Of course he can. Thanks for all the great streams, Rich. Love the new Wheel of the Worst.
Thank you, thank you.
The Twitch we knew is gone.
Twitch has changed. It's already changed, and things are how they're going to be now. There's this thing called a bit. What the fuck's a bit?
The world is ever changing, so the fact that something changed shouldn't be surprising or need be stated.
It's been changing quite rapidly, really, since the 1920s.
Ever since the Industrial Revolution, the rate of change has exponentially grown. We should... Oh, I like that. We're not so different, you and I, because we both feel the same way about change.
Crob for 26 fucking months in a row says, is being in games the new playing games? Yes.
Odd Tricks says 2 down, 10 to go.
JJ Cheeker for 18 months in a row.
Gek E Ganger V.
Megapaw says, Studio Highland Puppet Paradise.
All right.
All right.
Miss.
It's a lot of weird things.
They were, yeah. Miss Conky. And Miss Conky says, I'm only here because my boyfriend, LOL, fuck his cock. That's your job, Miss Conky. We're not taking care of
I had nothing to do with that shit.
You can't outsource that to us.
How much? Can I put a wig on him first?
That's a weird kink, man.
From behind in a dark room for enough money.
Fuck his cock.
Oh, fuck his cock. Oh yeah, that changes everything. That
that's-
changes everything.
Don't I? Okay.
Poke Alex in the eye says, there's not a liberal prereq and a conservative prereq. There's the United States of prereq. Yes.
Boom. Glob bless America. Striker 95.
The Arc Matter for 24 fucking months in a row says, what the heck, fraudery, roll! I know you had multiple L's, but I can roll my R's really good.
No, that was pretty good.
I thought that was an adequate substitution for roll.
Roll. Lavender.
Lavender Night!
I think it's Lavender Dark Night.
Is there? Oh, there is a dark in there. Lavender Dark Night.
No, but see, it's Lavin Dark Night.
Oh my god.
So they mushed it together.
Now I can understand why you stopped to stare at this and analyze it.
Perfectly to confuse us. Lavin Dark Night says, late to stream, busy watching Wheel of the Worst. That's a fucking life. It's fine. You can watch it later on the video on demand. It's just,
you got to sub money.
We appreciate it.
It's fine.
We appreciate you saying so. But hey, thanks. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming out. Rich didn't mute the